guys, so it's been a long time since the part one of this hexagon loop thing, and I think it's finally time to post the second part. So this is where we left off last tutorial. So here's the node group if you just joined in now, over here. So it's not animated yet, as you can see over here, and that's what we're going to do today. And we're going to add some shading and other stuff like that too. So I think we can start with the animation because the shading part is more optional, like say it that way. So okay, we're going to go here on this one. This is a cube. I forgot to rename it, sorry. So cubes, and then yeah, so as you can remember, we had 3 noise textures, and we don't want them to be all the same because that's not going to be good. But I'll just show you how we're going to animate it first by duplicating this group input. So I'm just going to bring it over here and put the first W value. So I'm just going to plug over there, and then over there. So let's just see how it's now. So as you can see, it's only on the diagonal, and we want to change that. So I will first cut everything, and then we're going to kind of do some random math. There are probably way better ways to do that, but over here we're going to duplicate this add, and then okay, we're going to put one over here, and you can put like basically add a random value. So this one can be 5, and then this one can be 10. So let's try again to animate it, and as you can see, it's already going more to the other sides. So you can add however much you want over there, and then we can already remove this because now it's just to look better, the geometry nodes group. So okay, let's stop talking random stuff, and okay, so we got the first W value. We can press N and then go to group over here, and then on the W we can just come here and change the name. So over here, and then press twice, and that's going to be the cubes or the rectangles. I don't know why I call these cubes, but that was how I called them the last tutorial, so I'll just continue. The next thing we need to do is come here to the hex. We're going to animate the values later. So on the hexagon, we need to rotate this value over here. So as you can see, we already have something going on, and we don't want all to be the same. So yeah, I just need to make some more space over here by bringing those 2 down. So what we're going to do is bring again another group input, so Shift D to duplicate, and then we're going to plug this on an okay, so I'll just plug this on the rotation. Oh no, okay, we need to put a combine X, Y, and Z, and then because I want to rotate the Y, I'll plug a new value into the Y. So this is going to be the Y. And then on the vector, I'm going to put it add. Oh no, that's vector add. Yeah, I'll just add. Oh, math. I can speak today. So okay, math. Plug the vector over here. Then on the value over here, we're going to put a random value. And then I think we can put from -260 to 360 maybe. We can change this later. So then it's actually this one first and then this one. So now we can plug. So it is not working. Okay, so we got over here everything that we want. Let's just see. So yeah, so what we have to do is put this on the 90 again, and then we actually need to. I don't know why it is so weird when you put on the combined exponency, but okay. We need to find the rotation that is going to be perfectly up. We can look from the Z actually, and then pressing 7 on the number pad, and then that's the most I can do. And over here, okay, so it's looking better now. So now we can plug over here, and then we can plug over here. Oh, or not. Okay, so we actually don't want that. I think we can try the random value. Yeah, just by putting the random value in moves. So I will just do what I will actually do is to come over here and plug this on the second. Maybe it will work now. No, I think it's because I did it on not 4.0, the last version. So yeah, I don't know how we can change this. Sorry. So what we're going to do now is just keep it like this. So we already have the Y over here. Yeah, it looks a little bit weird with everything like that. Like, yeah, so I'll just, so the thing we have to do actually is because on the other one I actually use a transform geometry and we don't use it. Sorry about every misunderstanding here. So it's after the instance on points we translate the instances from what I remember. Okay, so you just plug this on the rotation, and then we can put the random value now. Sorry about all this confusion. I should cut that out maybe. So okay, so it should work now. Over here on the Y. Yeah, we just need to find the value that makes it good. I think maybe we can even put a boolean over here. Yeah, we just need to find a value that will make some rotate more than others. So let's just put it 1,000 and see what happens. Yeah, maybe not much. Yeah, but this was what I did on the original one, so yeah, I don't, that's how it looks. Sorry. And okay, so the last thing is, the last animation that we have to do is to rotate the lines. So over here we're going to rotate this with the rotation, and then combine X, Y, and Z, and then on the X rotate it by 90. Oh, or not, maybe we can't rotate by 90. I think that's the same value as the last one. And then what we have to do is go on the Y and then put that group input over here. So the Y, so that's the second Y, and it works. Let me just see if it's actually going the right way, because we want to be as close as possible to rotating, like actually rotating horizontally, like if it was over here. So okay, we just need to see. Yeah, I think that's good. It will be really noticeable. So now we can rename everything. So this one is going to be the hexagon. So hex, and then this one is going to be the alliance. So the next thing we have to do is to add the materials and then do all the other render stuff. So we're going to get all this lines over here. So as you can see, we can bring this back, and we have to add a single material to every one of those. We can actually use the same material on some, but okay, let's just go and put a set material. So set material on the top one, and then a set material on this one. A lot of set materials. As I just said, you can reuse materials if you would like. It saves a lot of time. And every material that I'm going to show you is procedural. And so let's just add material. So this material, let's just see, the first one is going to be the material for the, I think the faces, right? The face is going to, so I'm just going to rename it faces. So only the faces will have this material. And then I think we can already create out the material. So 1, 2, 3, and then now we have the materials for the other ones. So the second one is the lines. So it's lines, and then we can add in lines over here. And then this one is hexagon. So I don't know why I just write this one hex, and then the others I write the whole thing, but it's okay. So this one is going to be cubes, even though it's a rectangle. Okay, so we can already just put a Ctrl J on everything over here, and we're ready to go on the shading. So I like the shading by putting over here, bringing to the side, and then bringing this one to the side, and then bringing this. So just copy me. I'm just cutting the screen. So this is how I like the shading right there. That's how I use it. So the slot is going to be, let's start with the faces like I said before. And it works on Eevee. Just make sure it's ambient occlusion and screen space reflections. So let's just start by bringing the metallic up, because it's our high tech, so we want to be metallic. So it could be really good with the Eevee. Sometimes Eevee looks better than Cycles, in my opinion. Like for this materials that I'm going to do, some of them look way better in Eevee. So on the roughness, we're going to put a noise texture like always, and then put a color ramp. There's a color ramp over here. Okay, so we can already start changing. So remember, black is 0, and then white is 1. So over here we can put the noise up, add some more detail, or bring the roughness up. I never use a distortion, so you can use it if you want. So okay, so that's really high detailed, and I like it. You can add some bump, but because I did this noisy thing on the extrusions, I won't do. But what you will do is just put a Voronoi texture. I'll just show you, and then we'll just see the color over here really fast, so I can see what we're doing. And then I think I was going to put on Cyberchef, because it looks the most high tech. And then we can go here and color ramp, and then that's not the color ramp. And one trick that I learned is you just put 2 R's, and then the color ramp will appear. And then after that, what you do is come again and actually plug the distance sign and put a bump, and then on the height, and then we can remove this already and put this on the normal. So what this does is make this really cool pattern. So it's kind of hard to see actually, but so you can just put this really close to each other. So you can already see one of the bumper there. So this is one thing you can do to make like different things. And this one, you just see there's some lines over here that go up and down, and it just looks so cool. It looks so detailed, but it actually isn't. I think I'll keep this actually, so if you want to, you can keep it. And for the next thing we're going to do is, let's go on the lines. So the lines, I think we can just not put metallic this time, maybe. Let's just zoom it on. We just need to see how it actually looks. It doesn't make much difference. Like, you need to put it, but it won't make that much a difference if you put really high detailed stuff on this one. So I think I'm just going to put it like this. And on the, I think we can change something on the faces, and that's plug this on the roughness. It's still really black. I think we can remove some of the black. Yeah, that's way better. It was so dark. So the lines I will just keep like this, and then on the hexagons we can do kind of an emission this time. It will look cool. So we can put the strength up a little bit. If you want, you can put bloom over there. I won't, or maybe I will afterwards. But make sure you're in AJX. It should come by default if you're on Blender 4.0. It's a really cool update. It goes to white, but then it just looks way better. You can look at the Blender website and then you'll see more and know how people explain it better than me. I think something we can do over here on the strength is actually put a friend zone. So there are two types. I forgot which. I always forget which is the name of the other one, but now I'm going to put a map range because it's better. So we can put the strength to 6.3. I think will look the same. Well, not the same because it will be different. Let's just see over here. Yeah, I think that I put it on the wrong value. The color, I think. And color. And then, yeah, it should have been shaded smooth to look better, but it will still look good. So over here we can change the strength a little bit. It looks kind of different, but not that much. If you see the actual Frenzo, like how it looks, you see that it's way better than this. So we can remove this map range and go to the cubes. The cubes, I don't know what to do with them. So metallic, maybe. Yeah, I think more metallic will look good because of the reflections of the hexagon with light. Roughness not all the way down. It looks better like over here. Yeah, I think I'll actually delete this material and just put the lines because it's the same material. So there's two lines now. I don't know which one to delete. Okay, it worked. So as you can see, it's looking kind of bad right now, actually. So I think the next thing we're going to do is put the scene. Let's just see how much time I already spent talking. Well, that's 20 minutes. But I won't do a part 3 of these. So what we're going to do is just put this in the collection. It's already in the collection. So this is the collection. And we're going to press Alt T. So this is a really good thing to do. So I'll just put this on the Y over here so you can see what I'm talking about. So you just saw this is a duplication, right? But then I didn't press Shift D, I pressed Alt D. But just look. Oh, it didn't. So just press Shift A and then come to collection. Okay, so now if I take the collection instance and grab it on the Y, you will see that now if I move this, it moves it. Yeah, that's cool. So now we can do the alt thing because it will actually be I'll duplicate the collection and not the object. So just alt D like this and then Control R or Shift R and make it long. I think we don't need much because I'm going to put a fog, and that's the nice thing we're going to do. So the cube and then just scale up a little bit like this. Scale on the Y and then bring it on the Y. So I'm going to bring it up, keep it over here. That's a really big fog. The more bigger this is, the more it's going to take to render. So it's just good to not put that big. So this is a good size. Just know that. So now on the principal BSDF, I'll just create a new material. I'm going to put a principal volume. And then we can look. This is optional, like everything. So it looks really bad right now because there is too much over here. So 0.001. Yeah, I think I put the wrong one maybe. Or it maybe just works in Cycles. Sorry. It works just in Cycles. Or it should work just in Cycles. Why is it like this? Just black. So random. Or maybe I just did something wrong and you will know. And that's really obvious now that I look at it. Or not. I don't know what I did on the original file. Sorry. So it doesn't, I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. Just delete this. And then on the world we can try to add the principled volume PSDF. Is it the principal volume? The density showing up maybe. Yeah, I'm just testing stuff now, right? Sorry about that. Okay, so we're just going to go over here and add a camera now. And then go on the side, go to frame 0, press I at location. You can animate the rotation, but I won't. Let's just look over here. So something that we have to do is know exactly where it started and exactly where it ends. So it started on the half of this. So if we want to be really slow, we can put it in right over here. But then the more we put, the faster it will be. So I'm just going to take the camera and then let's start experimenting. So go to and then location. Let's see how slow or fast this is. You can put T linear, so I'll always be the same speed, and I think that's good. If yours isn't working, just make sure the first and the last frame are exactly the same. So as you can see over here, I started on the half of this and then I ended on the half of this. Okay, so the more you put, the more subtle will be the change. So as you can see over here, the change is that it looks like one has just been added, but it's because it just went back. So another thing that I did, I added 2 lights. So point light over here. Let's just see where it actually is. And okay, over here. And then we can change this light. So it can be, the color can be like a red, or maybe just a white actually. I'll look at the white and see how it looks. Something that is looking really bad now is this. Oh, so it's this material. So the hexagon is too much. It's lighting up too much stuff. We don't want it to be that strong. Okay, so we got something going on now. If you want, you can put a cycles, and then we'll have to change a lot of values because it looks way different. And then we can start looking at the fogger again. I don't know what is happening, seriously. Like, maybe it's volume BSDF, if there is actually one of these. Yeah, I really don't know what is happening here. Sorry about that. So this is basically it. Now we can animate the rest, right? I forgot about this part. So we're going to go on 0, and cubes is going to be 0. And because the cubes is a noise texture, over here I'm going to put a pi. You can put pi times 1, pi times 2. So I'm just going to put pi times 1, and then we can see how it looks. Never forget to put a linear. So that's good. 1 is the minimum you can go. You can't like divide it by 2. So the hexagon, I think it can be a little bit faster actually. So over here on 0, I'm going to put 0, and then over here we need to put actually different values. So this is going to be 360 at least. Or I don't know, maybe it's 45, yeah. I think that random body is doing something over here. Because it isn't supposed to. I added too much. It's not 1000. It's 360. That's how much I did. So, yeah. I think that's still really weird. So you just need to keep changing the values until it looks good. So over here, I think I'm going to put it like maybe 45 at this time. Maybe 0 because it's so random. Or maybe I'm just rotating too much. And I was confused this today. I'm really confused. I don't know why I'm so confused. So yeah, this we just need to come here and change because it's too much. We don't want to rotate. We can rotate like 45 maybe and see if it loops. Yes, it loops. And the lines, you can just see how much it takes for a full turn. I think it's 45 too, maybe. So over here 0, and then over here 45 too. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so now we just take R and then T and then linear. So as you can see, there's something going on with, like, it's really weird. So that's what is weird. And if you didn't already notice it, it's because we need to put this 2 and then parent to the camera. So Ctrl P and then object. So now, if you look, the lights are traveling with the camera. So now it should loop. Yeah, that's it. And we need to change this value over here because 45 probably is too much. 15 maybe. So Geometry Nodes has a lot of testing and stuff that you probably don't understand like me. Yeah, so I think that's good. I don't think I like in my opinion is that this is good. So we got everything that we wanted. That's the scene. So the values that I put in, I choose which like where I want this to go, and then I put FF MPEG video, and then encoding. We can come here to the MPEG file. You can change this values over here to make it look better. Add the bloom and then change the values maybe. And the color management, you can put a low contrast or high contrast. Sometimes it looks like too much contrast when you put too much contrast. So you need to, like, sometimes what I do is just come back another day and see if I still like that amount of contrast before I render it. So be careful to not put too much contrast. So okay, thank you for watching, and a special thank you for my patrons who support this channel and give me a lot of motivation to continue going on. So this is the tutorial for today. It's really long. Let's see how much time it is. 32 minutes. So only the people who really want to watch this video will, and probably 2 or 3 people will make it to the end. So congratulations if you're here.